Hello, she's back. She's back for a waffle and a catch up and to update you on everything, hopefully, that's been going on, where I've been, why I've not been on YouTube, and literally what's been going on in my life the last couple of months, which has stopped me filming, wanting to film, needing a break. The first one, I might jump around a bit, so bear with me because things are kind of interlinked, but I will try and start in the order that things have happened. The Draco Candles collab, absolutely brilliant, loved it, was having a great summer, so much was going on, August was so busy. Then we had the launch in September of the perfume collab, which I am so grateful for, and then I was going on holiday. I was going to vlog the holiday. I was going to take you with me. I was going to do pretty much what I'd done in the Spanish holiday, do my outfits, because we had a very small suitcase when we went away that we were sharing. But I say small, 23 kilo suitcase between two of you. When you're going for a week isn't too bad, but when you've got disability things to carry as well, I didn't have a lot of space for a lot of clothes, so I wanted to do a mini 7-day capsule wardrobe. I wanted to do what I eat in a day. I wanted to do Spanish shopping, but in Tenerife, excuse the cat. I wanted to do, not identical videos, but similar thoughts. All right, mind your claws. Similar thoughts around the week away. Compared to Spain, and it kind of didn't happen. It did happen. You got one video out with it, and then I've not been here since. So what happened? Well, we went away at the end of September, and a couple of days before that I was at the hospital having my diabetic medication review. So we had a whole thing around how he thought I was getting on, which was pretty good, but they wanted to put me on a new medication to help lower my cholesterol. So although my cholesterol is not high, don't panic, I'm looking after myself, because I'm not as massively active as I used to be, because I still use my chair. I used it yesterday. And because I am not stick thin and tiny, they wanted to just make sure with everything going on that I didn't, raise my cholesterol too high. So they put me on some tablets, and they didn't agree with me. I struggled to eat anything. I had to do loads of research. I literally sighted them 2 days before we got a plane. I had stomach pain that was constantly bloating. Didn't want to eat, couldn't eat, wasn't hungry, everything hurt. The only time I didn't feel like I was in pain constantly was when I was in the swimming pool, and it was too hot to be in the swimming pool constantly. So yeah, it was a bit unfortunate timing. However, so I'm gonna have to take those off, they're annoying me. The tablets are okay now, everything's settled down. The adjustment of my body, sorry. Rox, what are you doing? Sorry, she's found something to throw her toy into and she's making a lot of noise, so I apologise. Yeah, the adjustment of the tablets took a few weeks. Everything is okay now, but I just felt awful. I had this horrible feeling I was going to come back off holiday and be back in the hospital, that something was seriously wrong. But lo and behold, the last day of the holiday, having not eaten properly for days, we got up, we packed, we took our cases to reception, and I felt absolutely fine, to the point where I had a massive lunch, probably the biggest meal I had the whole holiday. Had a massive lunch, had some non-alcoholic beer, sat by the pool all day waiting for us, ready to go and get our flight to come home in the evening. And I was great, no stomach pain, no nothing, which was good because I didn't really fancy it on the plane. But the holiday wasn't the best because I felt so rough, so I didn't feel like I'd taken a break, gone away, you know, done all the things that make you feel good when you go on holiday. I'd just kind of gone through the motions. So there was that. So I had every intention of vlogging while I was on holiday, and I managed to do some, but there were some days I sat there and went, I've not done anything. I've not vlogged, I didn't want to vlog, I wasn't in the mood to vlog. One of the other issues I had was, much as Spain was very accessible, Tenerife has a slightly different issue of their accessible pavements are this high, which is okay if you've got a big, you know, mobility scooter, but my little wheelchair doesn't, the front wheels are only this big, so it's not going to go up a thing like this with me sat in it. So I had to get up, we had to move the chair, I had to sit. It was just an absolute palaver. So trying to film and be safe and be doing all the things I wanted to do on holiday didn't really go to plan as much as I thought. We were in not necessarily a rural part of Tenerife. We were on a by a golf resort, so it was quite a well-known area and quite an accessible area for, you know, going to the town and things like that. But it wasn't like in Spain, where we were, you know, a couple of minutes ride from quite a nice town centre. We had to physically go out to places, which was, you know, 20-25 minute trip. There was a lot of the expense of taxis in Tenerife compared to Spain. So when we went from the resort in Spain to Fuengirola, which was, you know, €8, to go a similar distance in Tenerife, you were looking at €20. So you've got to think about the money you've got to get there and back. And honestly, we didn't want to spend that kind of money. The shops were more expensive, food was more expensive. There were no kind of like supermarkets as such that we could easily get to. They were there, but we couldn't easily get to them. They were more little corner store style things that were pretty expensive. So there was that. So we didn't have a lot of money to go out and do different things, because the money we budgeted, being, you know, beginning of the payday month for me, the money we budgeted had to last us that week and everything else. And, you know, we've got things we need to do, you know. So yeah, it wasn't the most relaxing holiday, but that was because I was ill. Had it not been that, we would have been fine, I think. We came back, I can't even remember what happened next. We came back, we hit October. I had to go and have the rest of my diabetic checks. Sorry, I've got cats crawling all over me. Had to have the rest of my diabetic checks. So I had to take a day off work to go and get my eyes done. So that where they put drops in your eyes and they hurt for about 20 minutes and they blow your pupils up for the day, and you're not allowed to look at screens or do anything, and they take a photograph of your eyes and they tell you if you've got any issues due to the diabetes. Touch wood, the good bit of news is I don't have to go back for 2 years, because my eyes are really good, and I don't have to have my eyes tested again with the optician until next year either. In fact, I've literally just gone and bought a new pair of glasses yesterday, so I'm going to go and pick those up next Sunday. Yeah, so there's been the whole of September, much as it's my birthday month, does tend to be medical appointments, reviews, medical reviews, testing, blood tests, you name it. I had to go for another blood test, which brought out my PTSD a little bit. I had to go back to the blood unit at the hospital after the medications because they wanted to see if my pancreas is actually producing any insulin. I've not had the results back from that. They said it's 6 to 8 weeks. I don't even know if they'll tell me. It may not be till my next review I get told. I have no idea. So yeah, there was that caused me problems, and it's just been a lot to deal with, medically, emotionally, mentally. October was a hard month. I had some good bits to look forward to at the end of October, which was nice. Griffin bought me a spa weekend, went away with the bestie, but 2 days before that happened, my card got hacked and I started losing money hand over fist. Managed to sort that out, but you know the stress that comes in when you've lost money fraudulently. And then we went away and it kept happening, so I've had to move away from the Curve app that I've always used and my Curve card and move to Revolut. Then I had a problem with Revolut. I've had to change out at least 5 of my bank cards and credit cards because money was just being taken, and I've had to make sure that, you know, I've now got cards that weren't ever associated with Curve, so that's been a stress. Mitzi got sick, didn't you, Moo? Yeah, she had another cyst which grew from about half the size of my little fingernail to a pretty hefty lump in the matter of 7 or 8 days. 1 minute it was there, and next minute, well, 1 minute it was this tiny little lump, and the next minute she had this massive lump. I'm not calling you a massive lump, I'm saying it was a massive lump. So she's had to go and have another op. She's currently wearing socks because she scratched her scar. She's doing really well, she's fine, but she's having to wear little socks because just around here, because she can't wear a cone, and she opened her scar the other day. So we're just waiting for that to heal properly and her fur to come back, but as you can probably hear in the background of her purring, she's doing really well. But there's that stress as well, and I just feel that I couldn't deal with everything that was going on, keep my mental health where it should be, and fight with people to get money back. I lost nearly £1,000 in a very, very short space of time. And then with Mitzi getting sick and work, and the months have just got away from me. So I've not been physically up for filming, I've not been mentally up for filming. I've just been trying to, you know, look after myself and keep busy, really, or not busy, as the case may be. I've had a couple of clear outs again, not really been out, not really done a lot. Yeah, I've been looking after you, haven't I? Yeah, you're going to say hello? You're going to say hello? Say hi? Say hi? No, she's not going to talk. So yeah, between looking after Mitz and all the bits I've had going on, you know, it's been smear tests that are coming up, that got booked and then cancelled. It's just, I like things to be in order. Silly example of things that have stressed me out. So when I went from Curve, when I found out the Samsung Pay was powered by Curve, I stopped using Samsung Pay. So on my phone, which I can't show you because I'm filming on it, but on my phone at the bottom there's a little slide up bar and it takes you straight to Samsung Pay. You can have all your cards, you can have your shop cards, what are they? Loyalty cards, I suppose. So Costa, Tesco, Garage, you know, all these different ones that I've got. And they've always been there. They're just easy. I know where everything is and I just use it. And when I upgraded my phone last September 2023, I had to make sure all my icons and apps and the phone and everything looked identical to the way I've been used to using it for 2 years, because I can't change it round. And especially now, I can't remember things very easily. I lose apps, I don't know where things are. So I like to keep things very ordered, very organised. So having to leave Samsung Pay behind, that I'd used so smoothly on my phone, and now go to Google Pay, where I have to go in a different way and open an app, and I can't swap Google Pay to the slide bar because they won't allow it. It's little things that have just built up on top of everything else that have just caused so much stress. Having to, like I said, change all my cards out, having to had a day off work after I came back from the spa weekend, where I was just going to chill out with the cats, do a bit of washing, sit and watch TV, chill out, because I know that post-massage, and my massage was on the Sunday, post-massage I always ache, so I thought, well, I need to drink a lot of water, so I'm just going to take the day off, and then I'll go back to work on the Tuesday. And the Monday was spent on the phone to various banks, changing cards, explaining what had happened, trying to get my money back, making formal complaints to Curve, which still haven't been responded to in any way, cancelling accounts. It's just been a lot, on top of having to worry about Moo, then having to find the money for her operation because she's over 10. You have to pay with my vet, that the insurance they work with, which are very, very good, but after a certain age you have to pay 20% of the bill. I then had, when she went in for her op, the surgeon rang me and said, oh, we need to do an x-ray, her breathing. I went, no, that's normal, you're just stressing her out, this is who she is. And then it changed to, oh, well, we need to do the x-ray to see if this is metastasised anywhere. So they charged me 350 quid for an x-ray, and there was nothing wrong with her. So when the bill came through, I have to pay 20% of the bill, so it cost me about £400 that I had to find, on top of having had £1,000 taken out of my account, so I was still fighting to get back. You can see my head's not been in the best of places. So I'm sorry I've not been around. I'm sorry that I've not abandoned you, but the effort it was taking for me to even get my tripod and camera out, to do a catch up or anything like that, was just so much that, sorry, excuse me, that I didn't want to. I thought I'd have been back by now full time, probably 2 videos a week still. I was thinking, was I going to do rather than Vlogmas, because Vlogmas isn't something that I'm really interested in doing. I don't do gift ideas, I don't do those sorts of typical YouTuber Christmas videos. But I did think about, vlogging Halloween, so the 1st of December or something. I did do a trick-or-treat day at work. I bought lots of little gifts or sweets or Halloween themed gifts, and 1 lemon. Put them in a load of gift bags, and everyone had to pick a gift bag. Just took him, one of the lads brought in Halloween donuts. We had sweet and sour pick a mix, so it was a potluck on what you were going to get. And it was a bit of fun, and it was great. But it's not something I could have vlogged because it's work related. But I did genuinely think about doing, well, why don't I vlog Halloween to, November the 30th, and then leave all the other YouTubers to do Vlogmas. And I've just not been able to. I've had problems this whole kind of transition. I'll be fine once December comes round and it's really cold. I'm actually looking forward to the end of this week, that they say is going to be really cold, and have the temperatures drop so as I can keep my blood sugars under control. They've been ridiculous. They've gone from low to me eating something quite small to being ridiculously high. They've been ridiculously high for no reason. and I can't live on salad, so you know, there are days I have to eat properly. Yeah, there's just been a lot going on, and it's been lots of little things that have built up and built up and built up to stressful, not quite knowing what to do with myself, I suppose, wanting to just sleep, not wanting to get up and go out of a weekend. But I'm hoping things are on the turn. I'm feeling a lot better today, even more than I was yesterday. So yesterday I had to go with the Griffin into town, and I got up out of bed. We didn't have to go until the afternoon, so I said I'm going to spend a couple of hours in bed just chilling out, watching a bit of TV, have a shower, get up and we'll go out. And that's exactly what I did. But when I went to get up, I couldn't walk properly. My hip had gone, so I had to get my wheelchair out, which is back to being stressful and back to that you're disabled mindset that I get into. And I'd been doing so well not to be. I hadn't used my wheelchair since the holiday, which had been 6 weeks. 6 weeks I hadn't used it once. I hadn't even thought about it. I hadn't even really used my walker. I'd just been getting on with life. And then yesterday I'm back to in my wheelchair because my hip didn't want to play. Much better today. I've been out and charged the car and got a little couple of Christmas bits while I was in charging the car. I've got the car washed and get all the firework ash off it, so that's been done. But yeah, I've just been in a not wanting to go out, not wanting to do anything, couldn't find any inspiration of things to film, and sorry, I guess. I just needed that break mentally, physically. Even now, whether I'm back full-time or not, I don't know. Maybe I do one video a week until January and then I see where I take it. I don't even know. I mean, I've got next weekend. What's going on next weekend? I don't know. I've got a cat sat on my lap. Oh, next weekend I'm going to a gig. And then I've got to go and pick up my new glasses. I've ordered a new pair. I'm getting a bit bored of looking at these, so I've ordered a new pair of designer frames yesterday, which I'm going to go and pick up on Sunday. And the weekend after, I'm going to Bicester Village the weekend after with the bestie. We're having a Bicester weekend. I've got some money to spend, hopefully. Think she might have a little bit as well, so we might go and see what we can get. No, my luck, buy nothing. I will see if I can take you around, depends how busy it is. But with what we're doing is we're going up to Bicester on the Friday night, staying over and getting there just as it opens, so I'm hoping it won't be too busy or too cold. And then yeah, staying with the bestie on the Saturday night, have a Sunday with her, maybe do another little bit with her, because I haven't even told you about that yet. What else? Don't know. Haven't got much doing, have we? Sorry, his cat's looking at me like I'm... She got shut out in the conservatory last night, didn't you? Because you keep going out there when we tell you not to. So she's now feeling very sorry for herself and wanting all the cuddles that she didn't get in bed last night. So she's literally sat between my legs looking up at me going, "Cuddles, mummy." Aren't you? You little fuss monster. What else have I been doing? I've been cooking a lot. If you do follow me on Instagram, you'll be noticing I've been making focaccia, doing different recipes. I did a bacon and cheese one twice. The second one was better than the first one. I am going in a minute to go and cook a roast chicken with all the trimmings and vegetables. Just trying to do things that make me feel better. Trying to not stress about work, although that's been a bit difficult recently. There's been bits and bobs going on there that I can't talk about at the moment. yeah, trying to grow my nails back. Got a bit of a, don't know what you think. What do you think? I've done a French polish, but I've done it with a matte. I've done it with a, so what have I done? I've got a nail hardener, then I've done a pale, a Barry M like sheer colour, which is like literally the colour of my nails. Then I've done a off-white tip, covered again with the, they're not perfect, but covered again with the Barry M sheer pink. And then I've done a matte top coat, so they're not shiny, but they look kind of natural. And I don't know if I'm here for it or not. Also did pick up this rather cool septum ring. It is 6-sided septum ring. I bought a few clicker septum rings recently, and every single one of them is broken. Where the side that you clip the bar into has just kind of split open or stretched or doesn't want to link, or I don't know what's been going on. So I've had to buy some new septum rings, and I thought this one was really cute. It's a little hexagon, and you can wear it either point up or point down. Yeah, got a couple of others for Christmas that are a bit different. And I suppose the big news, whilst I've been waffling, you've even noticed, I'm growing my hair back. So 25th of August I had a shaved head, and I was with my bestie that weekend thinking, part of me wants to grow my hair back. And she said to me, you won't make it to our weekend away in October. You won't. And I did. And it has actually grown quite a bit. What I'm doing is keeping the side short until this has grown. I'm now at the point that this side now needs to grow. I've got this long enough, I think. I now need to grow the sides out a little bit, getting a bit of an undercut, see what goes on. Yeah, we're growing the hair back. I've not even wanted to shave it, and I know this totally contradicts the video that I said I'm not going to grow it back. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it was getting my new car and suddenly realising I wasn't driving a disability mobile, as I called it, because I didn't have to carry my chair all the time. I've suddenly had the last 3 months of my strength has come back a lot. I've been able to walk a lot more. I'm still getting dizzy when I stand up, and I still get wobbly, but I'm not using my chair so much. I used it yesterday for the first time in 6 weeks, and I only used it on holiday because it was chair or walk. I had no other choice. It wasn't like take both my walker and my chair like I did when we went to Spain. So, but prior to that, I hadn't used my chair for weeks. I will use it when we go to Bicester because that's going to be a long day. But in general, I've not used my chair for a few months, which is great. So I'm getting stronger. I'm feeling less, although I know I'm still disabled and I probably will be the rest of my life. The level that I'm at has improved, so I don't need my aids to walk so much. I don't need to can't think what the word is. I don't feel the same way I did six to 8 months ago. And whether that, the change of car, everything, I mean, I didn't get another car and I kept the van because I needed my wheelchair all the time. And now I'm in a case of, well, I don't, and I've got my car and I can go out on my own without having to worry. And whether that suddenly just clicked in my brain of, I don't want to look like that ill person anymore. We've also gone back black because the brown was annoying me. But yeah, she started to grow it out. I haven't had it cut. I think I had it cut about 2 weeks ago. And I just had the back done. And I've just been leaving this. So this is about 2.5 months growth, which is great. So we'll see what it's like by Christmas. But But yeah, in general, I'm just trying to get back to me. I'm aiming to have my hair bobbed back to where it was, kind of here, like just jaw length, just below. I may stay with a pixie, I don't know. But I wanted some hair back. I want to be able to go out at Christmas and put, you know, a little clip or something in it and make it look pretty. We'll see. We'll see where I'm going with it. But yeah, we're growing the hair. Leave your scar alone, madam. Oi, leave it alone. So that's where we are. We have a pussycat who's doing well, aren't you? She's doing well. I'm growing my hair back. Oi, stop it. Stop itchy scratchies. Sorry, she keeps scratching her scar. And yeah, that's it. So I don't know if this is me back. I don't know if this is me back massively regularly. Stop it. I don't know if this is me back once a week. I'm going to try and be back. I haven't got a lot going on over the next couple of weeks, but I do have a full day to myself next weekend. So I'll see if I've got the energy to film and what I can do. And even if I'm just back with a Sunday video for a while, then I hope that's okay. So yeah, it's been nothing major. I've not been taken ill again. I've not been in hospital. I've just had a multitude of medical appointments. Will you leave the tripod alone? Multitude of medical appointments. I've had a bit of a dip in my mental health, if I'm honest. I've not been doing great on those levels for a few weeks, maybe about a month. And I'm not coping with the transition from summer into winter very much, and very easily with my blood sugars, so that makes me feel weird as well. But I am okay. You know, money missing aside and all of that, I've got that sorted now. And I'm just prepping for Christmas, working out what I can get for people, what people want. That's always the hardest bit. What do people actually want? Because you think you know and then they don't. I don't know. It's always stressful. But yeah, that's been it. So sorry if this has been a bit waffly. I will be back soon with another video. I don't know what. Maybe a makeup look. I don't know. I've not. Oh, maybe. I've got a day off work on Friday. Maybe I can do a makeup look for my night out Friday night. Maybe an outfit. Who knows? We'll come up with something. I would like to be back once a week. But for the rest of this year, please don't hold it against me if I'm not back every week. I am still doing well on my view account to get my monetization from YouTube. So thank you to people who have been watching. You know, sorry I've not been about, but thank you to those of you who have still watched videos. And thank you to whoever purchased a Sassy Saints nail kit. The money has been saved that I got from that, and I will be donating, probably save it up for the end of next year. But I need to get back on it. I need to get back on the social media. I need to buy myself a new Sassy Saints kit because mine has finished. One of the things has dried up, which is why this is a standard polish, not a hardening. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I'm going to go away from waffle before I run out of things to say. I hope you're doing well. Please forgive me for having not been around, and I hope to be back with you with some more cheerful pussycats very soon. Take care, and as always, I love you lots.